The sun is shining, but it's still very, very cold out there. I'm very, very pleased to once again announce that this weekend I will be exclusively covering the Golden Rod Feeder Final. The event takes place once again at Larford Lakes. It's a 2-day event. However, I am actually going to be there this year for the practice match, which takes place the day before, which is Friday. And I'm also very pleased to announce that right here on this Catch Fishing Vlogs channel, I will be uploading some updates throughout Friday's match. Now, I'm hoping to be live streaming as well. And if that's the case, then make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you can see those updates throughout Friday to give you a great taster for how that final may fish on the Saturday and Sunday. I've just checked the actual list of anglers for Friday's open match, and it's been very well attended so far. I think there are 47 names down, and there are 60 anglers that are going to be competing over the Saturday and Sunday of that final. So it looks like most of the anglers are actually using that that chance to get a feel for how potentially the venue is going to fish over the Saturday and Sunday. The total prize fund is just over £30,000, and the winner will walk away with a cool £10,000. And the competition is determined on section points, so it will be the lowest score wins over the 2 days. So the format is slightly different from previous years, purely because the event organiser and Larford Lakes fishery owner Phil Briscoe has decided this year to add an extra lake into the actual event. So Arena Lake is actually being used over the weekend, and it is actually being used on the Friday practice match as well. Now, the event is basically done on a random draw on day one. So on day one, anglers could either draw on Match Lake or Arena or Specie Lake. However, depending on where they draw on day one, that will determine where they will be going on the following day. Now, the 3 lakes that are being used for the final are very, very different. You've got Specie Lake, which is a large open water lake, which depths go down to about 12 feet deep, but there are lots and lots of silverfish in there as well as some huge carp. You've got Match Lake, which is a smaller lake, and it's shallower, and that one is really all about the carp and F1s. And then you've got Arena Lake, which is the smallest of the lakes, and that again is around, I think that goes down to about 8 feet deep. It's open water. There aren't many features on that lake. There are lilies in certain areas on that lake at certain times of year, but I'm not sure if they're going to be showing as yet, because it is obviously still March and the water is still very, very cold. So it's going to be a very exciting weekend. I'm really looking forward to spending 3 days down there. So make sure you subscribe to this channel to get those updates through Friday. And then actually on the weekend of Saturday and Sunday, I will be uploading some updates to this channel, but most of the updates will be done through the Golden Reel Facebook page. So if you are on Facebook, if you want to see the live streams throughout the day of Saturday and Sunday, then make sure you give that page a follow, where I will be covering the event officially for the actual event organisers. But I will be updating some updates right here onto YouTube for you, just to help those people out who aren't on Facebook, just to give you some sort of an idea of how the event is going. So it's going to be very, very interesting. It's going to be very diverse this year because of 3 different lakes. So anglers, I'm sure, will be targeting different species at different times, and the draw is going to be critical as well. But I think it's very, very fair to say that whilst this venue has had reputations in the past of being dominated by NPEGs, this competition certainly hasn't been dominated by NPEGs. If you look at the pegging of the previous winners on where they've actually been pegged over the 2 days, it certainly hasn't been dominated by NPEGs. So make sure you subscribe to this channel, just so you're not going to miss out on any of those updates going through Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And to give you a taster of last year's event, Right at the end of this video, I'm going to put a direct link to the full film from the event which I produced last year, just to give you a taster of what's to come. So today has been another day at home for me. I've been preparing all my camera gear and that sort of thing ready for the weekend, because I want to do a great job for you reporting on the event, and I'm sure we're going to see some of the country's top anglers battling it out for that £10,000 first prize, and I'm sure it's going to be a very, very close competition. So once again, thanks for following all my daily uploads. If you're enjoying them, please give this one a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. So here's the link to that film from last year's event, and I really look forward to seeing you over the weekend.